Hi guys, Edward here from Blood, Fire and the Pillars of Smoke. Today we're making my absolute favorite Mediterranean dish, hummus. Now, hummus is a chickpea paste, okay, mixed with some raw tahini and some other good stuff. So, we will start with a way that I prefer, because it takes about 25 minutes end to end. It's a cheating way. The regular way is to pre-soak the chickpeas, to cook them for about 4 hours, etc., etc. But we're not going to do all that. We're going to do the cheating way, which really will take this to the same level without having a fuss of running around it for 24 hours. What we're going to use? We're going to use canned chickpeas. Okay? Now, this is basically pre-soaked chickpeas, right? So we don't need to cook them for 4 hours. It's enough to boil them for about 10 minutes. And that's kind of enough, okay? So we will start with these. I got pretty much 2 cans here. And I also have this raw tahini. Okay, that's basically, tahini is sesame paste, which is heated a little bit and then ground between 2 big stones, okay? So this is tahini, and we have some more stuff. So what we have here is, we have juice of 1 lemon, we have about 1.5 teaspoon of salt, we have half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, we have another half a teaspoon of ground chipotle pepper. Now we have about 3/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, and eventually half a teaspoon of ground cumin. Okay? Right. Now, the original recipe for hummus basically includes raw garlic, chopped or mashed raw garlic. Unfortunately, when the hummus sits in your fridge for 2-3 days, raw garlic gets bitter. We don't want it. That's why I'm using garlic powder, because that doesn't get bitter, okay? So, yeah. Now, we're gonna also prepare a couple of toppings, okay? So I'll show you how to prepare the Egyptian topping, which is called Msabaha in Arabic. It's basically sort of a salad, very spicy salad, made of cooked chickpeas, some coriander. We have some coriander here. Then we have some jalapeno. And eventually we're gonna need juice of 1 lemon. Okay? All right, so we got all the stuff ready. Now I'm about to start cooking the chickpeas. I'm going to drain them of the water that came with, in the jar, because that's not good water. I'll use this pot to cook them for about 10 minutes, no more than that. Now, you can even shorten the process if you use your kettle. We're going to boil the kettle, and then I'm going to use the boiling water to pour over the chickpeas in the pot. We're going to boil them, and we're going to come back in about 10 minutes. All right, guys, here we are. So, this has been boiling for about 10 minutes. Halfway through, I've used this spoon to take about this amount of chickpeas out. The reason I've done it is because this will be used for our Msabaha, right? Now, by the way, I may be pronouncing this wrongly. I don't speak Arabic, sorry guys. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to take out the chickpeas into this bowl. The bowl is on a scale. The reason it's on a scale is because the best proportion for good hummus is 50-50 between the chickpeas and raw tahini by weight. So I'm going to now weigh the hummus, see where we are with this, all right? So, and do not discard the water. We will need it. What do we have here? We have about 360 grams of chickpeas. That means I need to add another 360 grams of raw tahini, which is going to be exactly 50%. All right, here we go. Almost. It's just pouring out. And another 100 grams. It turned out almost the whole can went out. Yep. Actually, indeed, the whole can. Like this. All right. Some residues over there. We're going to pull them out. Right. Okay. So, we've got the tahini in. Now, we got to work very quick. Okay? So, what we add is juice of 1 lemon in. Garlic powder in. Cumin in. Chipotle pepper in. Some residues in there, in as well. Black pepper in. Finally, salt in. Now, the next step is going to be even more interesting. Some use food processor here. I use stick blender. Works absolutely perfectly. So we're going to move this aside. Plug the stick blender in. And now it's going to get noisy. Okay. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you just sort of blend the chickpeas with the tahini, right? You see, the consistency is not really interesting, right? That's where the water of the cooking comes in. And that's one of the reasons why I actually did boil it. I'm going to add this into the bowl. Not all together, but little by little. And process this again to check the consistency. Now let me show you what is the right consistency for hot hummus. It's going to be runny like this. See? And the reason it's going to be runny is because, as I said, tahini solidifies. When it's going to get cool, if that's not as runny as it is right now, you're going to get simply a hummus brick. It's not tasty, trust me. You can keep hummus like that for about a week or week and a half. Just one thing you need to remember. When you keep it in a container, it is best to cover it with a cling film. And that's because hummus will make a crust. Okay? Right. So, let's get to it. See what I'm doing here? So basically, I'm really making the cling film touch the hummus. Don't worry, nothing's going to happen too much to this. So I'm covering it like this with the cling film on, right? Now, this goes to the fridge, okay? First thing, I'm going to chop my jalapenos, okay? Now, remember, this is a Mediterranean, spicy, aromatic, tangy. It's gonna be cool, right? So how do I slice this? Yeah, I'm probably gonna need a glove because this thing, if you cut it without your glove and you touch your face afterwards, or you go do the number one, trust me, you're gonna be sorry. Let's cut this. So 1, then I put it on top like this and gonna go from the top. 2, 3, 4, and then eventually 5. Now, the heat in chili peppers, in most of them, is in here, in the seeds, okay? You want to discard this. So I'm going to cut them both and then discard the stuff. All right. We have here our jalapenos. Yeah, I know you think it's too much, but jalapeno is not that spicy, so it's going to be cool, especially with additional things. In. Now, we need some coriander as well, but I prefer to chop coriander the last. I don't want it to go black when I put it in, right? So first, this thing, lemon. We will need the juice of a whole lemon here. So I have this neat little tool. That's number one. And number two. Okay. Now we're ready to go with our coriander. I think something like this will be enough. So, all right. Now this is going in. Remember, the lemon juice is already in, so it's already acidic. That means that the coriander will not lose its color. All right? Olive oil. I'm using the olive oil with a bit of a lemon scent, lemon infused. It gives additional touch to the Msabaha. Now, go sparingly because, again, we are in Mediterranean, right? Olive oil is the key to all things. So, salt. Again, I'm using pink rock salt. You don't have to. Table salt works perfectly. I'm using here a 4 peppers blend. Again, just black pepper works perfectly. Yep. All right. We give it another mix. Ooh, smells. Beautiful. That's it. Msabaha is ready. All right. So we're going to put it aside to soak the taste. Remove all this stuff from the table because now we're up to plating. So, in order to make the hummus the right way, what we do is we grab a big spoon, put hummus in the middle of the plate, like this. Okay? Now, take a spoon, stick it in the middle, and then start swirling a plate, making like a lip at the perimeter of the plate. You can go another way, you can take it from the middle, but the whole point is this circular motion, all right? So, I'm going to get my olive oil, put my finger on top of it, and just swirl it around like this. Now, you can put anything you want on top. I prefer to put the sumac. It adds a little color. It adds a bit of a sour taste. So I'm gonna go get it. It has this beautiful color you can see here. So I'm just going and doing it like this. So that's plate number one. Right, plate number two. We're going to do absolutely the same, but this time we're going to use Msabaha. Right? Okay. Now I'm taking the Msabaha, big spoon in the middle, like this. And of course, some olive oil. and some sumak. You can see I like it, right? And that, guys, is your hummus with Msabaha. Now, the third one we're gonna make with Msabaha, right? Msabaha is made out of tomatoes, chili peppers. I use my jalapenos, I like them as well. It also has a lot of garlic, so it's a capsicum garlicky paste if you want. Okay, so let's prepare the plate for it. And here's the Msabaha. Now, Msabaha is something you can eat hot or cold. I prefer it cold because it's very, very tasty that way. When it comes to Msabaha, I'm not adding any sumak because it's got its own sourness. But by all means, olive oil. Okay, 3 options are done. Let's make the 4th. Mushrooms. Straight from the pan with all the stuff in there, with all these goodness into the plate. This is it. All 4 ways I like serving my hummus. Plain, Msabaha, sauteed mushrooms. Enjoy, guys. By the way, the best thing to enjoy your hummus is with a warm pita. This is my homemade pita. I'm making these myself, and one day I'll make a video for that as well. It's going to be a long one, so stay tuned. But 4 portions, we're going to tear the pita. Yeah, you tear the pita, you never cut it. Okay? Here's my trusty cameraman.
Yo.
We're going to be trying the plain hummus now. Let's rock and roll, mate.
Alright. Oh. Damn, that's good.
Yep, it is. So yeah, now I'm going to try this as well. Like this, you wipe it. That's the traditional way to eat your hummus. Beautiful. Okay, we've done with this. Now let's try the Msabaha.
Why not?
Go from the middle.
That's nice.
Yep, that's actually very nice. Now, the Msabaha. You're gonna risk that?
No, I don't care.
Let's do that. It's so nice and so cool.
Deliciously spicy.
Yep. And now the last one, but not the least, with sauteed mushrooms. Dig in.
Come on, mushrooms. Damn.
Yep. That's what you have. Hey, you snatched the last one.
Not my problem.
Guys, I know we've been eating in front of you like that, but hey, it's our privilege. Till the next time, see ya.